Hey everybody, and welcome to the daily card reading for the 11th of March for the collective for Wednesday. So if it's these, like, comment, share, follow, subscribe, and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Randy Morningstar 747 on TikTok, the Mintalk Experience on Facebook, and Randy Mintalk 93 on YouTube. If the video goes over 10 minutes, it will only be available on TikTok and YouTube, so make sure that you are following me in more than one area, especially if you follow me on Facebook. If you're not already following me on Facebook, feel free to follow me as I post special prices there that I don't post anywhere else. I'll give you some deals. I'm going to pull one card for morning, one card for the afternoon, and one card for the evening. Morning is from midnight till the afternoon, and evening is from evening time until midnight on the 12th. We're playing with Crystal Visions deck. And our first card. Let me move things out of the way here so I can make sure my cards are feeling safe. Oh, we have the Four of Pentacles. So what this means is it's going to have what you're needed. So basically you're going to get what you need. Bare necessities, bare essentials. Make sure that you have a firm foundation. Solidify your trust. This is including like money, home, relationships with your parents, relationships that are strained due to money matters or financial struggles. It looks like there's going to be a lot of might and strength practices going on, especially for those that work with crystal grids or crystal visions decks like this one, or like clairvoyant visions. Clairtendency and teletendency are going to be the most impacted throughout the morning. So basically, tactile and tangible visions and events. It looks like by 4 p.m. there's going to be some form of feeling like you can't step down because there might be some sort of danger to it. Feels like there's a booby trap going on. It could be like too good to be true at some points, or you might feel like someone is hoarding things or breadcrumbing you. Make sure that you are working on your commitment issues, where you still fear commitment, where you still lack in commitment, and where you still hold yourself accountable for things that may not fully be your fault. It looks like between the hours of 4 in the morning and 10 in the morning, there might be some form of wisdom received by like someone that was born in January or July. It looks like there's going to be a lot of help from like rose quartz and jade and jasper energies. Golden auras, orange auras, and green auras are going to be the most impacted throughout the day. So like determination, wit, sense of humor, self-confidence, securities, protections, safety measures. By 4 p.m. is what's sticking out. Yes, by 4 p.m. Or yes, within the next 4 months. Or yes, by April. Or the end of April, it looks like. Depending on what you're asking and depending on who's asking what. We can always have a read personalized for you. If you comment down below, we can figure something out. Looks like the ability to hold on to things has hindered your progress because you're holding on to too much. Only keep what you need. Start a savings account. Do the 333 method. If you don't know what that is, research what it means. It looks like forest gods and forest creatures and forest fae might be sticking out around you. This could be like elves and the like. Not like just limited to elves though. Lady Galandria sticks out. Virgo energy, and especially in like Mars. So like action and aggression that deals with like martyring and reservations and high guard and being very passive and introverted. Paying attention to details but not sharing any more details than are needed, and only getting told what you're needed instead of what you're wanting to hear has been a very prominent factor, especially for those that feel like people have been cherry picking. Apple orchards and grape vineyards are going to be symbolic and significant. It's going to mean like gossip, rumors, friendship, parties, socialization, social gatherings. This is especially true when you gather in like the southeastern part of your room. Looks like putting a crystal grid on the southeastern part of your room might be beneficial, especially for like money and wealth within the allotted time. It might help clear out space if you start cleaning up the area and tidying the area. So like in this room, for instance, the southeast corner would be that way. So my bed. Let's see. Hearing someone's voice physically in places where there's no physical body might also be happening. X's, A's, O's, Y's, and I's are important, especially for like the morning time of the day. It looks like pregnant hormones or pregnancy hormones or like reproductive health is going to be important. It looks like getting your finances in order, getting your house in order, getting your early childhood documented. So like getting any childhood diseases or childhood illnesses documented within the last 4 days or within the next 4 days. So like for therapy sessions and counseling. It looks like crystallization and crystal children are going to pop up along with those that work with crystals like selenite and diamond. So April and October are going to be birth months that are going to be affected as well, especially for April Tauruses. Anybody with a birthday around April 4th or within 4 days of April 4th may also be impacted in the morning on Wednesday, even if they're still like 0 to 8 years old. Okay, we have, no, you're not falling. We have the 10 of Wands for the afternoon. What this means is you're fighting an uphill battle. It's an incline. There's a lot of metaphysical lessons you've been learning. You've been able to complete some spiritual contracts. You've been able to stand your ground and become independent. There seems to be a strong sense of leadership, especially for those that have a lot of fire and passion in their voice. It feels like someone is able to take a journey finally, complete the journey on their own, or complete the journey as much as they can without asking for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to ask for guidance, especially in the next 10 weeks or by the 10th of March. You've been able to ask for help for something. Looks like between the hours of like 4 in the morning and 10 in the evening, there's going to be some form of sunrise, sunset moment, like learning a bit more about someone that you never thought you did, or there might be some two-faced behaviors going on. Creative visions and being able to work with your lucid dreaming and your active imagination practices can be very beneficial, especially for like life path 10s, life path 4s, and life path 13s. It looks like there's going to be a quiver full of arrows being used in like occult practices or like religious views, especially surrounding the year of the horse, so like 1990, 1978, 2002, 2014, and this year as well. It looks like there's going to be a lot of like packing up going on. This is metaphysical packing up. This isn't like you physically have to leave your home. This is more like you've learned that lesson. Now you're just carrying old habits with you that need to be dropped off. Deliver your message and walk on. Don't just sit there and stay. What's said behind your back is none of your business. What's said to your face is the only thing that should matter. Make sure that you take those blinds off and make sure that you are fully aware of the situation at hand before you dive into it. This is especially true for those people that can go into their like 4 to 9 lives and start to actually read into their alternate realities and such. Working really hard on your path work over the course of the next 10 weeks would be wise and beneficial as well. And your answer you seek in the afternoon is not unless you are ready to ask for help. and unless you delegate the plans properly, and don't ask for anything that you're not willing to do yourself or haven't tried for yourself yet. If you're not sure, ask questions to learn. It looks like walking west or heading west or living on the west side or traveling to the west would be your most beneficial answer. It's going to mean like moving towards wisdom or in the physical direction of west. Every day you get closer to death, so memento mori, which basically means in Latin, remember you will die. Between the hours of like 2 in the afternoon and 5 in the afternoon, there might be some form of stance that you might have to take, and you might have to remain firm in your belief. Stay confident and you'll be able to manifest your desires. Work ethic matters, and the way you treat your fellow employees matter. Your bond with your employer within the spirit realm is going to be your best bet for reliance, and you can rely mostly on the contracts within your soul that revolve around home life and domain and territory and your parents. This can even be like your spiritual ancestry as well, not just from your physical life but your soul life as well. And that's when we have the Lover card for the evening. And what this means is there's going to be a lot of love going on. There's going to be a lot of impact surrounding the feelings of love, the emotions of love, what love means to you. You're going to go beyond your rose-colored glasses. You're going to start to see things as they are. Love and tranquility are going to be prominent, especially with those that are in twin flame union or seeking twin flame union within the metaphysical and the physical realm. Though it looks like there has been no communication with your true twin flame physically for a while, even though there has been whispers about what's been going on beneath the surface. It looks like bad faith and inaction on words. So there's somebody saying something but they're not acting on it, or they're saying one thing to you and saying something to somebody else. It also looks like there's a lack of emotional availability. They just don't care. They don't want to care. They don't have any feelings one way or another about it. They want to remain neutral, and they know that if they remain neutral, they're on the side of the oppressor. Butterflies and roses and turtle doves are going to be very important in symbolism and significance, whether it be gods and goddesses that resemble the rose, like Freya and Hera and Persephone and Demeter, and swans, and turtle doves like Jesus and the Holy Trinity. We get the name Michael that sticks out. Brunette hair and dark, dirty blonde hair to strawberry blonde hair are going to be the most affected people. So if you have genetics within those are going to be the most impacted within the nighttime, especially between like 5 in the evening and like 1 in the morning on the 12th. Your love is growing, even though it's a slow burning love. It looks like home life is very important. Personal health, daily routines, how you present yourself when you're talking about them behind your back, what you say behind other people's back, is still going to impact not only you, but the people around you. Just because you don't see them around doesn't mean they can't hear it. Just because they're not physically around doesn't mean they don't hear it through the grapevine. So just be aware of what you wish for and be careful what you say. But that's what I get for the 11th of March of 2026 for the collective. As always with these, though, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Thanks for joining.